Today, while 65,000 fans pack into NFL stadiums each weekend, most don't realize they're sitting in obsolete structures. The NFL's next generation of stadiums is already breaking ground. We're talking about architectural marvels that cost more than some countries' GDPs. 5 mega stadium projects will completely transform American cities over the next decade. Some will cost over $20 billion. These aren't just places to watch football, they're technological wonders designed to generate billions in revenue and reshape entire urban economies. NFL teams used to just need a field and some seats. Now, they demand entertainment districts that transform entire cities. Why? Simple. NFL owners realize that game day revenue from 8 to 10 games a year isn't enough. The real money comes from 365-day cash flow from surrounding developments. Stadium costs have exploded from $400 million in 2000 to nearly $5 billion today. SoFi Stadium in Los Angeles isn't just a $5.5 billion venue, it's the anchor for a massive 300-acre development. But this trend has a darker side. Cities now compete against each other with billions in tax incentives, while teams threaten relocation if they don't get what they want. Number 1. The Bills' Buffalo Revolution, Orchard Park Stadium. The Buffalo Bills' new $1.7 billion stadium in Orchard Park is perhaps the most critical project on our list, not because of its size, but because of its significance to a struggling region. Unlike most modern NFL venues, the Bills' new stadium isn't trying to be the biggest or most extravagant. Instead, it's designed specifically to enhance Buffalo's greatest asset, its rabid fan base. The 62,000-seat venue is intentionally smaller than many new stadiums, creating artificial scarcity that drives up ticket prices. Its most innovative feature is the stadium's stacked seating bowl design. Engineers have created the NFL's steepest legal seating configuration, placing fans closer to the action than any other NFL stadium. Combined with a partial roof covering 65% of seats, this design will funnel sound directly onto the field, potentially creating the league's loudest home field advantage. But here's where things get complicated. New York State is contributing an unprecedented $850 million in public money, the largest public subsidy in NFL history. Governor Kathy Hochul justified this by claiming the stadium will generate $27 billion in economic impact over 30 years. Independent economists typically find that NFL stadiums generate far less economic benefit than promised, often as little as 10% of projected figures. If these economists are right, New York taxpayers could be subsidizing one of the most financially inefficient stadium deals ever constructed. Number 2, Chicago Bear Front Dream, the Soldier Field reimagination. The Chicago Bears are pursuing the most architecturally ambitious stadium project in NFL history, a $4.2 billion transformation of Soldier Field that would preserve its historic colonnades while building a futuristic domed stadium inside. This isn't just a stadium, it's a complete reimagining of Chicago's lakefront. Imagine a fully enclosed dome with a transparent roof, allowing natural light to flood the field while protecting against Chicago's brutal winters. The capacity would expand dramatically from 61,500 to 74,000 fans, creating an even more intimidating atmosphere for visiting teams. Below, a revolutionary playing surface would convert between natural grass and artificial turf in just 36 hours, with a retractable field system similar to State Farm Stadium in Arizona that can slide the entire playing surface outdoors for optimal grass growth. What makes this project unique is its urban integration. Rather than building in the suburbs, the Bears are doubling down on their downtown location. The new design would transform 50 acres of parking lots into public parkland, restaurants, and mixed-use developments. But political obstacles remain enormous. Chicago Mayor Brandon Johnson initially opposed the plan, preferring the team's earlier proposal to build in the suburbs at the former Arlington Park racetrack site. The city council remains divided, with lakefront preservation groups threatening lawsuits. Number 3. Jacksonville Jaguars, the Stadium City. The Jacksonville Jaguars stadium redevelopment represents the most ambitious integration of stadium and urban development in American sports history. Owner Shad Khan isn't just rebuilding a stadium, he's creating an entirely new downtown district. The $2.9 billion project transforms Jacksonville's waterfront with a complete renovation of Everbank Stadium, featuring a unique partial roof design that shelters fans while leaving the playing field open to Florida's skies. Adjacent to the stadium, a 400-room luxury hotel will rise, physically connected to the venue, so fans can literally wake up overlooking the field. Surrounding this centerpiece, 4 residential towers will add 2,000 high-end units to Jacksonville's skyline, while 100,000 square feet of office space will bring daily business activity to the area. The marina will expand by 250 boat slips, allowing wealthy fans to arrive directly by water on game days, creating a scene reminiscent of Tennessee's famous Vol Navy, but on a much grander scale. The most innovative feature is the stadium's 365 design. Parts of the venue will remain accessible year-round, including restaurants and public spaces, even when no events are scheduled. This addresses the fundamental inefficiency of traditional stadiums that sit empty most of the year. The project's financing model is also revolutionary. While the city will contribute $1 billion, Khan's development company will guarantee minimum annual tax revenue from the surrounding development. If the project fails to generate projected economic activity, Khan must make up the difference, creating unprecedented accountability for a team owner. Number 4. Washington Commanders' Virginia Gambit. The Washington Commanders Stadium search represents the most contentious and geopolitically complex project on our list. With 3 jurisdictions, Maryland, Virginia, and Washington, D.C., competing for the team, owner Josh Harris has orchestrated the ultimate bidding war. The most likely outcome appears to be a $3.8 billion mini-city in Northern Virginia near Dulles Airport. This massive 200-acre development would transform Northern Virginia farmland into a football metropolis, anchored by a 65,000-seat domed stadium with a fully retractable roof and transparent walls that shimmer in the Virginia sunlight. The Commanders' headquarters and practice facility would sit alongside the main venue, creating a true football campus unlike anything in the NFL. Surrounding this core, a sprawling 300,000 square foot retail and entertainment district would bustle with activity year-round, while 3 luxury hotels offering 1,400 rooms would host visiting fans and business travelers. The outer rings of the development would feature 3,000 residential units, creating a permanent community of fans who could literally walk from their front doors to their stadium seats on game day. What makes this project uniquely controversial is its connection to Virginia's emerging data center industry. The proposed site would integrate with a new technology corridor, with the stadium complex doubling as a showcase for next-generation digital infrastructure. Virginia has offered a staggering $2.2 billion in tax incentives and infrastructure improvements. Meanwhile, Maryland has countered with its own $1.8 billion package to keep the team at its current FedEx Field site. And finally, number 5, the Tennessee Titans' Riverfront gamble. The Tennessee Titans' $2.1 billion enclosed stadium project represents the most financially risky development on our list for both the team and Nashville. Construction has already begun on this architectural marvel on the banks of the Cumberland River. The stadium rises from the riverbank with a translucent dome crafted from ethylene tetrafluoroethylene ETFE, a space-age material that bathes the interior in natural light, while engineers maintain perfect climate control inside. The seating bowl curves in a unique configuration that can transform seamlessly between NFL and soccer layouts, positioning Nashville to attract major international matches. At night, the world's largest ETFE facade will glow from within, creating a lantern-like beacon visible for miles across Nashville's skyline. Perhaps most striking is the revolutionary open corner design, where massive glass walls can slide apart, connecting the roaring crowd inside directly with the Cumberland River flowing just beyond, an architectural feature that would have been unimaginable in stadiums of previous generations. But serious questions surround the project's financial structure. Nashville is contributing $1.26 billion in public funds, nearly 60% of the total cost. The city plans to pay this through tourism taxes, but independent economists have questioned whether these projections are realistic. What makes this project particularly risky is its timeline. With Nashville's tourism industry still recovering from pandemic disruptions, the city is betting heavily on continued growth. If tourism slows, taxpayers could face significant exposure. 3 revolutionary innovations will define this new stadium era, fundamentally changing how fans experience the NFL. Imagine walking into the Bears' new stadium without ever showing a ticket. Biometric entry systems will scan your face or fingerprint as you approach, instantly verifying your identity and granting access. Your digital wallet connects automatically to the stadium network, enabling you to grab food, merchandise, or drinks with just a glance at a scanner. Every movement, purchase, and preference becomes data that teams can analyze to personalize your future visits, a level of consumer tracking unprecedented in physical spaces. As climate change intensifies, these venues are becoming weather fortresses. In Chicago's notorious wind whips off Lake Michigan at -10 degrees, the Bears' climate system will maintain a perfect 72 degrees inside their transparent dome. When Buffalo faces its next major blizzard, specialized snow management systems will activate, clearing 70,000 tons of snow from the entire venue in under 2 hours. Technology developed specifically for a region where Snowmageddon events have become increasingly common. The broadcast experience will transform completely. These aren't just buildings with cameras added as an afterthought. They're effectively giant television studios with seats. Hundreds of fixed camera positions disappear seamlessly into architectural elements. Robotic camera rails glide silently above the crowd. Drones follow spectacular predetermined flight paths through the interior. The goal isn't just to show you the game, it's to make viewers at home feel physically present in ways current broadcasts cannot approach. As these 5 projects move forward, clear patterns emerge about who stands to gain and who might be left behind. The obvious winners are NFL team owners. These projects significantly increase franchise values while minimizing financial risk through public subsidies. Bills valued at $3.7 billion today could be worth $6 billion once their new stadium opens. Real estate developers surrounding these projects also stand to profit enormously, and values typically increase 30 to 40% within a mile radius of new NFL stadiums. Research consistently shows that promised benefits for local residents often fail to materialize. Jobs created are typically low-paying and seasonal. Housing costs near stadiums frequently rise, displacing existing communities. Tax revenue generated rarely covers the public investment. These 5 stadium projects represent a $20 billion bet on the future of American sports and urban development. History suggests at least one will face catastrophic cost overruns or fail entirely. Another will likely trigger a political crisis when public benefits don't materialize. The question isn't whether these stadiums will be architectural marvels. They certainly will. The real question is whether they'll deliver on their economic promises or become cautionary tales of misplaced public investment. Let us know what you think in the comments section. If you enjoyed this video, make sure to subscribe and watch our next one shown on screen.